Yeah, so I hope that you already having a good experience in GM Vietnam this year. And before we get started to our panel discussion, so I am the moderator today. I'm Yuki from Maxi Vietnam. And we are one of the top global exchange established in 2018. And bringing to GM Vietnam today, we are having three presentation booths. The first one is to introduce the services that we've been serving more than 40 million users and across 170 countries from our centralized exchange. And the second one is the first time we present the Next Plus product in Vietnam. And last one, on the first floor, we co-host the treasure hunt activity with GM Vietnam. Okay, so just because the discussion today, the spotlight gonna drop on you guys, so just still a few minutes to give a small promotion. Okay, so let's get to know our panelists. Let's tell everyone here who you are, where you're from, and how you feel about Hanoi and GM in general. Yeah.
Oh, from me?
Yes.
Check. Xin chào. That's the only thing I know. So, GM everyone, my name is Alex. I'm from Indonesia. So I'm working with also Coinex. I've been representing them to talk in more of the global event, like CoinFest, like GM. This is the first time for me coming to Hanoi. And I just gotta say, people here are so welcoming. And the food here is fantastic, guys. I really like food and everything else that comes with it. And I'm just excited to be here sharing about, like we mentioned, just sex and everything else. That's all I think about me. Thank you.
Yeah, next to you.
Yeah, good morning Vietnam, and my name is Merlin. My Vietnamese name is Tu, and currently I'm Grow Manager at BigGP. So BigGP is a subsidiary of BigGet. We operate mainly in Southeast Asia, and Vietnam is the first market that we launched the BigGP brand. And this is my second time in Hanoi, and the pho is really good. I really love it. Thank you.
Nice.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Edwin. I'm representing Gate, crypto exchange, globally. We're humbly top 3 crypto exchange. I come from Hong Kong, and I certainly love Vietnam, especially the food, the pho ga that I have been eating, every day and night. So yeah, would love to exchange ideas and actually meet more friends in Vietnam. So yeah, we're looking forward for the panel.
Hi, my name is Hunter. I'm actually the Unimax builder for UniLife. So there's actually 2 different products in here. UniLife as the short video live streaming platform is a product that I believe everybody is very familiar with. If you know TikToks, you will know what is UniLife. So with that, we also embedded our very own exchange itself. So by using UniLife to attract user into the platform itself, and then we use our short video live streaming platform to educate the user to move into the Web3 itself. This is my first time in Hanoi. It's a very wonderful place, it's a lot more beautiful than I expected. And of course, the food here is also amazing, and the people here are very, very welcoming and beautiful and friendly as well. So, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for the wonderful sharing. I hope everyone enjoys Hanoi as me. But I have to say that the weather these 2 days has been much better since I came. All right, and let's talk about our topic today. So we are mostly from the central exchange, yeah, and the expert in this industry. So the important role of the central exchange has been recognized in this market for so long. But how do you think about the landscape has evolved in the recent year? Because there were so many events or so many trade market happen, like the ETF or Bitcoin. And also after the Trump elections. So what do you think about the before and after this event happened? Let's start with Alex.
Okay, thank you for the question. So obviously, the digital asset landscape has been evolving, and I've been here not for a very long time. I started my journey in 2017. So what I see, we have been through going a lot of different phases, but I mean, we're in a bull market. So in terms of the question, what was changing, obviously the volume was up. You can see the euphoria where everybody's asking now, hey, how do we get this, this orange things that is the digital gold or whatever. So I've been seeing a lot of new influencers, across different languages, whether it's Vietnamese, Indonesia, English, Chinese, all new influencers are talking about it because this is the new hype right now, and especially after the ETF, you see what happened with the prices of gold. A lot of people are making predictions, right? So a lot of people are more into the market, more FOMO into the market. So we see the increase in liquidity, the increase from retail coming in, but that's just coming from the checks perspective. But if you see like more analysis from like Glassnode or CryptoQuant, the long-term holders of Bitcoin is actually changing over time. Like the LTH 90 is actually dropping. Means some people like 2 days ago are just starting to sell. That's why you see the numbers also just dropping a little bit. So in terms of the hype, the euphoria, it's definitely here. I mean, guys, we should celebrate. It's been 6 months that we're trending above 100K. Back in 2017, this was the milestone that everyone was dreaming for. We won the 100K, right? We won that magic number. Here we are. So it's been a long ride.
And how about you, Tu?
Yeah, for me, since the last cycle, I think there are two big evolution for the trading landscape. The first thing is about the Bitcoin ETFs itself, because it have the new user and Web2 retail on very easy. It have eliminate the need of learning like new technology and learn how to buy Bitcoin. For example, my parents, they are 60, 70 now, and if I want them to buy their first Bitcoin with their saving, I think it will need them to learn about the technology, about the sex, like for a week. I think so. So it's really help onboarding new user. But the downside here is the sex here. We may lose some retail user because they don't need to go to the sex now. They can go to the stock application, something like that, and buy Bitcoin directly. Yep. And the second thing is about the hybrid model of the centralized exchange. Like we have currently at BitGet and other exchange, we have the built-in Web3 wallet, and we have some feature that allow user to buy the DEX token with the fund on the exchange, and it really help the exchange to keep the user fund and assets still on the centralized exchange, but the user can expose to the DEX token. So I think that's the two big evolution. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I think when we talk about celebration, it's not only about Bitcoin and also about crypto. What I also wanted to think is that because we have been hearing institution adoption for years, but what also worth to celebrate is about the TradFi guys. We are moving or connecting them to the daily use case. So I really feel excited about how we, after say Trump's election or all these initiatives that have been done, like Grab in Vietnam or in Singapore, you can deposit your stable coins to take a taxi or make delivery. In Shopify, this kind of e-commerce, you can start using stable coins, not just the fiat, to start buying goods. I think that actually connects the mass market, not just the crypto players. And I think this is the next stage of having it's not just about talking about Web 2 or Web 3. It's all about you don't feel you don't change any stuff that that's happening in your life, but at the back of that is already start adopting the blockchain, and that's actually what I feel excited about that. And I've been seeing even in my firm or in the industry, this is how things are shaping. One more example is that we have always been talking about putting RWAs, putting the real world assets to the tokenized form. And what we are also seeing, and then also a big project at Gate, is that we would also tokenize, having the tokenized stocks available on shelf in a crypto exchange. And a lot of people are holding USDT, stable coins. They wanted to have some idle, they have idle cash to earn some interest. And not only about crypto stuff, but now they can go back to Web 2. So I think the Web 3 players moving back to Web 2 or working with Web 2 assets, I think that's also become very promising these days.
Okay, before we hear opinion from Hunter, so I'd like to correct a little bit. In Vietnam, we haven't accepted major payment from stablecoin yet. Yeah, but I hope that it will happen soon. Yeah. All right. So Hunter.
All right. I think for the post ETF approval and the Trump elections, for the last 2 years has been a major impact. You see, we have spot Bitcoin ETF has bring major institution involvement into the crypto world itself, for the digital asset world itself. Sorry. So we have seen major inflow of cash, major inflow of this liquidity into the centralized exchange trading itself, and with Trump as a pro crypto stance. On his view, the moment he got elected, we see that Bitcoin surged up to 100K for the very first time. Yeah. That was huge. We can see that that this president has such a huge impact on this community, on this digital asset community itself. So and with the next 3 years to come, I believe that this will even further, have even further foundations on more adoption into this digital asset. So, and we can see that a lot of centralized exchange has also adapted to this change, with more regulatory compliance, with more risk management. So I believe that the centralized exchange after the Trump election, after the spot Bitcoin ETF, we are there to challenge the traditional exchange itself.
Yeah, that's true. So the market has changed. Up to so many event happened, and we all see the positive signal. Yeah. So like Tu mentioned before, now we actually can buy, can go on the stock application, and then we buy Bitcoin. And then the other platform that we also can purchase or to invest digital asset is the decentralized one. So as you know, for centralized exchange for sex, so we have to really provide the service or the product that to attract the users to come to invest and trade on our platform. And one of those are the launchpad and launch pool. Yeah, so I believe that we all have that on our platform. But sad to say that recently, the performance from the project of Launchpad and Launchpool is not as good as before. So what are some strategies that you're gonna take or you're gonna provide to make sure, to ensure that the Launchpad and Launchpool on our centralized exchange will be the main ventures or the main investment for user, so to prevent them go back to the centralized exchange.
Okay, that's an interesting question. I think for me, to be honest, the competition is actually very healthy, right? If there are DEX as I mean, we obviously know about it, like Hyperliquid, for example, is very good liquidity. There's no big VC backing on it. And I can't really say much on the competition besides I think it's healthy. And because at the end of the day, it actually pushes us checks forward to improve our technology, to improve our offerings, to improve what can we do to maintain our users, right? And it going back to the root, because in my opinion, I think Launchpool, Launchpad, they're all gimmicks, because it's just a marketing tools that we use to attract people, right? But it's profit is profit. For the users, and we can, and because the ecosystem is changing. Back in 2021, 2022, I remember, all this, if you have certain tokens like the yellow exchange, can't really say the name, but you guys know, right? The biggest ones probably. So, I'm sorry, boss. So, yeah, basically, if you hold certain tokens, certain digital assets, correct me, so you will get this launch pool, and you get a lot of it. But nowadays, you can't really say that, because the asset itself is going up, and the pool is getting smaller, but the users are trying to get in is getting more and more users, because the adoption is here, which is good for us because we want more adoption, right? So in terms of strategy, is going back to the roots, fixing the liquidity, making sure when people are getting the order, they get the order that in the price that they wanted to. And people nowadays, they just don't want to invest in like top 100 market cap. They want to invest in another, like top 150 or something. So we need to improve the liquidity, the spread on those pairing as well. So in my opinion, what checks can do is to improve their product in the sense of going back to the root cause, which is providing centralization security and credibility, like going to this event, for example, and also having a good liquidity and also good spread for the traders to actually come and stay with the platform.
Yeah. Edward, how about you?
Yeah, I totally agree. Alex was mentioning, a centralized exchange like Gate, we do see that this is a healthy growth, collaboration. What we also have learned, from the DEX or users' experience is that where's the next alpha? Where's you don't want a project that go listed for so long that there's the alpha is gone. So at Gate, so we continue to do what our strength is, which is to provide transparency, the proof of reserve, to showcase to clients and especially institutions that we are doing what we have, and clients' pool assets are safe. And in the meantime, we do launch like Gate Alpha, where you can do all the on-chain, pick the alphas, pick the tokens that you would love to, digital assets that you would love to invest. These are the stuff we wanted to go to learn from. I would say learn from the advantage of the DEX. So I think at some point, especially when we're talking about institution adoption, honestly, centralized exchange is still the way that institutions are coming into the digital asset space. So I think both sides at some point of time will less so here, distinction between DEX or SEX. It's more about which platform have the ability that clients would need.
Yeah, okay, interesting to know that. So how about those? So BGB is a new player in the market. So how do you elevate those marketing tools?
So for me, I personally like using Launchpad, Launchpool previously from the last cycle, even on SEX and on DEX. So the main problem I see with the Launchpad and Launchpool now is the high entry barrier, because currently it requires like some small amount of the SEX token to be rewarded like a meaningful reward amount. So and at the same time there are some like initiative that allow user to participate in the ideal or the platform like Alpha Point, and user can still have some meaningful outcome. So I think we need to fix the Launchpad and Launchpool user experience itself. Yeah.
So Hunter, you're playing like a crucial role in two products. So do you have any other different point of view?
Sorry, your question is?
Oh yeah, so I mean like regarding to how we elevate or how we improve like the qualities of the Launchpad and Launchpool. Yeah, because you are having two products, right? At
Yes,
the same
correct.
time. Yeah.
I think very much important is that, first thing is the educational part itself. I think a lot of people, when they participate into Launchpad or Launchpool, right, is very much for the rewards, for the how much they can gain and things like that. But I think they miss out that every token or every digital asset when they launch there's a meaning behind each token, or there's a utilities behind each token. I think the educational process is missing out in the Launchpad or in the Launchpool itself in most exchange. So as in UniLife and in UniMax itself, as a short video live streaming platform for the Web3 community, we do education through our live streaming, through our this short video platform itself. Because most of the time when we see Launchpad, Launchpool, this product, we have very little information regarding what is the product it is. We only know that it's a new token that has maybe some upside potential. Let's do it. But end up, because they do not know what this token is really all about. So I think the very basic problem is the educational problem itself. So in UniLife, our live streaming short video platform, we have a live streaming that we can interact with. So any new token launch in our live streaming itself, since it's an interactional, you can ask, what is this Launchpad, Launchpool is about? What is this token used for? And people will get more information through our live streaming and short video platform itself, because nobody like to read all these words, all those fine print. People like to listen. People like to have interaction. So that's the reason why UniLife exists. So to help all these Launchpad, to have more to provide more educational. And of course, another thing is that if the incentive can be improved a little bit, I think the response or the result will be a lot more different also.
Yeah, that's right. I totally agree with you. Because since we know since TikTok been on the market, so the short video has been on the trend, and I think it's still the trending now. And in Maxi, we also try to produce the knowledge videos and also the tutorial video how to train our platform. What are some policies or what are some promotions that you can get through our TikTok channels? Yeah, but I'll get more inspiration from you. Later on, maybe we will try to explore the project information into the short video as well.
No problem.
Okay, yeah, so we discussed the product, but a more important thing I think that most of the users, they care about is the security. Yeah, it's how we protect their assets on our platform. Yeah, so there have been some security attack happened recently. Yeah, so what are the initiatives or what are some action that you have taken to upgrading the protection to our user access? Yeah. So maybe let's do
Sure. I guess for Gate, which we're humbly now top 5 that got ranked. So basically, what we wanted to do, or what we have been over the past 12, 18 months, is that we have been sharing all the what we could to our clients, be very transparent. Proof of reserve is actually one of the pioneer stuff that we have launched in the market. Nowadays, everyone knows what is proof of reserve. Back back then, a couple years ago, I was still mentioning, what is this, why is that important in the conference. So I think, nowadays, every exchange would have this transparency. What extra miles that we have done is that every quarter will be showing, what are the P&Ls and also trading volumes, what we have launched, to the public, to our institutional investors, all these, and also not only by disclosing, but also we all also work with a lot of industry partners to do our own core part. What that means is that as an exchange, we continue to place strength in our trading venue. And if clients who want to safekeep their assets in their banks or in the custodian, we are very welcome to them to do so. So they could do that, having the funds mirroring to our trading account to do the trading with us by the assets continue on their account, on their safe accounts that they would love to treat. So this is something what we have initiated, we have been adopting, and I think this is a very welcoming in the market. Again, not only the referee players, but also the institutional players and the regulators. So that this is the direction we would continue to do.
Yeah, that's true. So the proof of reserve, I think, is the must do for every exchange. And in MaxD, we also publish like it every 2 months. And let's hear the opinion from another long-term player in the market. Yes?
From me? Okay. Despite being here for checks, right, I'm actually an advocate for not your key, not your assets. I mean, the custodian-wise is still jurisdictional right now. In Singapore, in Hong Kong, maybe it's okay. But for example, in Vietnam, it's not yet. In Indonesia, it's not yet. But I kind of like the direction we are going in general, right? So hopefully all other can follow what's happening, which is good in my opinion. But for me to improve the security, I do agree with Edwin there, because we had in the past incident which breached into our system. We lost quite a bit of fund there. But the most important thing, I think, in a breach of that system is 3 things, right? Number 1, how the entire team is handling it. Number 2, what about the user's fund? Number 3 is the post, what do we do about it, right? What the system maintenance, upgrading, because all the hot wallet needs to be swapped, or whether it's the breach on your cold wallet, or what is it, right? So having a proof of reserve and having a checks, Coinex has been here from 2017 because we are a venture arms of Fire BTC. Fire BTC is one of the biggest mining pool in the world right now. So Coinex is there because Fire BTC needs to swap basically their BTC into their USDT, right? And to pay me basically. Otherwise I won't get paid. So Coinex is here for stay, but we also do distribute our proof of reserve every month, and I think it's good that a lot of other checkers are doing so. I mean, if you guys are familiar, the story why proof of reserve is here is not a happy story, right? It wasn't, because it was the FTX incident. Because we didn't really know what they were doing with the assets. When we know they were doing it for a collateral, that's where we instigate, we needed actually a proof of reserve, and this is what we are doing now. And on top of that, a regular security checkup and maintenance is absolutely a must, and audit, because not just, you can get a breach not only from from a listing a token that you are messed up somewhere, but because there are, you're from internally, if your HR is not doing something good, and one of the employees is playing something, it can also do, hurt the ecosystem. So this is what we are doing at Coinex. We have a regular maintenance, we have a regular educations. Like for example, hey, don't leave your laptop, just stranded up there. And every time we try to log in into our backend system, we have a separate key to be able to log in. Otherwise, we won't be able to open our system. So I think to assess the security, we start from the people, because the people is the first entry barrier. Despite having a good technology, AI, whatever, in the end of the day, the people is the weakest entry to all the hacking. Almost, I'm gonna give you facts, right? You can fact check this. 80% of the scam in the world are coming from a call center, right? It's coming from the people to people. It's not like what you see in the movie, like people is hacking or no, not like that. It's just, hi, I'm from this, I see a bridge, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it just happened to my wife a week ago when I was in Malaysia Blockchain Week. I got scammed. My wife got scammed from a call center. So, but yeah, it just still happen. It can happen. So we are improving our system by improving our people.
Okay, so I hope this wouldn't offend the Android user, but I mean, like most of the call center, they will ask you like, oh, okay, are you using Android phone? So if you are using Android phone, oh, so you are the target. Okay, so we heard like the actions from the very like well-known name in the market, and let's hear something from BGP because like you are the new player, yeah. Even you are back with a very strong background, yeah. But we would like to know like how you can ensure that user they can trade like safely on your platform.
Yeah, so BGP is the new name on the market, but we actually we use the same system with BitGet, so we are already there in the last 5 to 6 years, even 10 years. And the key lesson, the key takeaway from BitGet and BitGP is we always involve faster than the hacker and exploiter. And to move faster, we need to continuously invest in the system and the risk management. And right now, at BitGet and BitGP, we have hundreds of analysts and engineers who are working solely for just one mission to improve the system and the risk management. And beside that, we also have proof of reserve like the other exchange. Currently, it's around 1.2 time compared to the actual user fund. And beside that, we have user protection fund around 600 million, and it's growing. Yeah, I think that's is the standard for the industry.
Yeah, okay, so we talk about proof of reserve, we talk about monthly maintenance, and we talk about the education, the knowledge. So what else will you tell your users through your short video, Hunter?
What else do I tell my user? I think for educational, I think, like scamming, it's a very common thing. It happens everywhere. My wife tried to scam me every day, So it cannot be avoided. It can only be, same thing. It can only be done through education, short video, and beside that, I believe all the unfortunate things that happen in the past for some exchange, I do not look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as, for all the rest of the centralized exchange, as an experience that we do not need to go through it. And from there, we learn from it. For FTX, for proof of reserve and things like that, and then compliance, regulatory compliance set by SEC, set by MiCA in the EU itself. These are the things that we already foresee that it will come. It doesn't have to take, for the FTX incident, for them to take action. But I look at it as, all these, it can be like compliance and, KYC, educational system. In Singapore, for example, like in insurance line, I'm from Singapore. In insurance line, when you want to buy investment product, the customer have to go through some lesson to do that, because they cannot buy something that they do not understand it. So these are the things that, in UniLife and UniMax, we are able to implement it very simply because we already have the platform, to showcase a lesson in terms of videos, in terms of, and things like that. And then, for example, if let's say they need to talk to somebody or to ask somebody regarding, we always have a live streaming platform for them to interact with. So beside the normal things, all the compliance that we need to abide to, the proof of reserve that we need to allocate to, I think same thing still goes to, how do we educate? What is the channel that we have to educate all the user itself? Because, in terms of digital asset, in terms of Web3, in terms of blockchain, I believe, I believe I believe no one is 100%, know everything 100%. I mean, I started way back in 2013 when Bitcoin is less than $200 US, and until now, I don't even dare to say that I have know everything about blockchain. I still need a lot of learning. So, I think, yes, education is important, but what is your funnel of education? What is your channel of education? That is very important. I believe all centralized exchange should have a channel or a funnel for their tree in terms of blockchain.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So lastly, we've been through the potential of the market, our product, the security, and I think everyone like to know what other things, what other initiatives that we're gonna take or we're gonna provide to really elevate the user experience and to strengthen the role of the exchange, the centralized exchange platform in the market. Yeah. So I believe that Edwin has something really interesting to share first.
Oh, sure. I think 3 points to worth to mention. The first is to continue with our core, which is sport, perps, futures. We continue to list more trading pairs so that more users would start to tap into the digital asset. The second part is that, as earlier we mentioned about the on-chain, that we call it gate alpha, trying to bridge between SEX and DEX, so more people could pick the right alpha digital asset that they would. And the third one would also we touch on is that we are start working with a lot of Web2 players to bring them into the using the blockchain industry. What that means is that we work with merchants, we work with e-commerce, we work with institutions, i.e. the fund house. Basically, they're within their ecosystems. Some of them may want to issue their stable coins, or some of them wanted to use the blockchain or stable coins in their existing ecosystem. So what we do, even a white label solution, as in to provide them the technology, making sure when they receive the funds, pay in collection, they receive the funds in a safe way. We do the KYT, KYW, this kind of terminology stuff. This terminology is representing KYC stuff. This is something what we will be doing, and we'll continue to educate the users in traditional way, and also to work with the traditional players.
Alex, yes.
I think for us, what we want is to be Apple. Apple is very easy to understand, right? They create the whole ecosystem, like from the watch, from the buds, or not the buds, the pods, sorry, the pods, the MacBook, whatever, the iPad. Basically creating the whole ecosystem, because in the end of the day, more and more people are getting more educated. They move from checks to DEX, and like I said, that's a healthy competition, that's good. And they're gonna move to DeFi, so we're gonna going back to the core, just like what Edwin was mentioning, I also did mentioning, we're strengthening our perps and trading futures, basically, to provide easiness, and we might onboard some of the idea from Hunter as well, having the videos to educate people how to do things. I mean, guys, that's just convenience, right? I mean, it's one language, English, and having the whole ecosystem from the wallet, we have that as well. And later, when the jurisdictional law agrees with the idea, we are talking with all the person in charge as well. It's going to be like cards, going to be all these things in under one ecosystem. I think a lot of the other exchanges are doing as well, because in the end of the day, what they want is to be Apple, to be very easy for their users.
Yeah, so how about Hunter? What's next for UniLife?
I think we'll continue to do what we have always been doing, because the main challenges for all the exchange or all the platform, all the project is, they find it very hard to convert Web 2 user into Web 3. This is one of the most difficult tasks. It's even more difficult trying to teach my parents how to use computer. So because even when a person is willing to become a Web 3 user, the first question they will ask is, what should I do now? Our standard question is, you need to download an exchange, you need to register an account, you need to do your KYC, you need to set up a wallet, you need to... these are the things that will scare away a lot of people. So what UniLife and UniMax do is that, we use something that is already exists, a live streaming short video platform. And I believe everybody here has used YouTube, Facebook, TikTok before, and they have done one of the 4 things that I'm going to mention. Scroll through the video, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. But the thing is that when you do these 4 things in other platforms, you don't get anything at all. You only boost the exposure for the content creator. But in UniLife, when you do all these 4 things, you get airdrop for our native token. So imagine a 70-year-old uncle, old man, using UniLife, he's trying to scroll through, look at all the videos, After 6 months, he realized that he got $500 inside the account. So what will this old uncle do? He will try to take out the money. So you do not need to worry about whether will he find an exchange to download, will he register an account, will he do the KYC, will he set up the wallet? Because for that $500, he will ask somebody to do it for him. So we save on 80% of the educational path. So that's what UniLife is. So we use something that already exists. We created into something that we do not need to educate, the people how to become a Web 3 user. So I think the most important initiative for a lot of centralized exchange is they need to find way to smoothly transit the Web 2 people into the Web 3. So UniLife, we are using the short video platform, live streaming platform, to seamlessly, smoothly transit or educate them into the Web 3 industry.
That's so cool. Yeah, yes. Imagine just swiping video and you really got some rewards after that. Okay, and lastly, let's hear something from Tu. Yeah, especially, we would like to know what else like BGP would do for the user and especially for Vietnam market.
Yeah, I will make it short and because we don't have time. So at BGP, our key initiative is to onboarding Web 2 user, and the initiative is fiat deposit. So we are working on that. So we will enable the user to deposit the VND from their bank account directly to the exchange. And like the current Vietnamese stock exchange, you deposit your money, your Vietnam đồng, from the bank account to the stock exchange, and you can immediately buy the stock. And right now, we already done 50% of the progress, and I think in a very short time, we will see the feature on BGP. And right now, you actually can deposit VND through the bank account, but it's a semi feature. It's not like 100% look like the traditional Web 2. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that we still got a lot to share, but unfortunately we are run out of time. So thank you for all of your sharing, and we hope this section will help you understand more about our centralized exchange. And we welcome you to meet us at our presentation booth out there to get to know more about our conversation, and you can reach out to me to know that how Maxi is integrating AI into elevating the user experience and also protecting your access as well. Yeah, okay. Hope you enjoy the rest of the GM Vietnam.